A-Basin's a classic. You come here to ski in the wintertime, and that's it.
Nobody cares what you do for a living, how much duct tape you have on your pants or gloves. It's just real down-to-earth people up here.
My parents are ski bums. If there was a powder day, we get off of school and we came here, so this has just been home since birth.
You move away from your family and you create a new family when you're out here. So the people that I met 20 some odd years ago are still super close to me, and they're still skiing here. What is the Enduro? Wow.
I don't know if there's another event like it, period.
It's kind of like, oh, you know what the Enduro is? Oh, you did that? It's kind of like this little A-Basin secret.
So the Enduro takes place on the Pallavicini lift, and we run the lift from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m.
It's a 10-hour race with 20 different lines across the face. You just try and get as many runs as possible. The unique thing about the Enduro is that you have to do it with a partner. So it's not just about you and showing what you can do, it's about engaging with your partner.
I mean, skiing's the easy part of the whole thing, as TJ Burke says. You gotta find somebody that you can hang out with 10 hours on a lift.
Pali is just the favorite child of A-Basin. I just don't see another chairlift like it in Summit County.
Center of the universe, because that's where everybody meets. All the locals are at the center of the universe, top of Pali.
Pali is so unique in that you can access so much steep terrain from one little two-seater.
Is, I think, the best lift anywhere in terms of bang for your buck for skiing double black diamond terrain. It's really an unforced event. I mean, it's just like, hey, go out there, go skiing and have some fun.
They say it's not a race, but I disagree.
People can ride the lift. It takes about 7 minutes. And the fastest people can ski one of those runs in 2 minutes or less.
I was at the first Enduro in 1989. I don't know who came up with this start. I think it was our friends Juice and Rodan, who were the originators of the event.
They said, well, yeah, it's gonna be teams of 2. We're gonna ski the Pali all day, non-stops, 12 hours. And you drew a piece of paper out of a hat, and that was your first line, and then sequentially you skied all day. And nobody really knew what to expect, but it was so fun.
Initially, it was really just focused purely on the skiing, but over time we learned to leverage it to help someone in our community that needed a hand.
So in 2018, I was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, given no hope to live. And Al kept calling me saying that we'd like you to be the recipient for the Enduro. And I said, leave me alone and do not ever call me back. Of course, he kept calling. And then finally I said, that'd be great. And come up to A-Basin and have dinner. People I hadn't seen in 20, 30 years were just there. Hey man, how's it going? We're gonna have dinner with you tonight. And after 6.5 years, I'm still here.
You know, this year's event is for Chelsea and Brett Van Winkle and their baby Nora, who was born prematurely.
Nora was born almost 9 weeks early in Vail and then rushed down to the Presbyterian St. Luke's down in Denver. She had a feeding tube and was on oxygen. At first, me and my husband, Brett, we said no. It's always meant so much to give to people that felt like they needed it. If there's anyone else that needs it more than us, then we want them to have it.
You know, it's not uncommon for the recipient not to want to be part of it. Chelsea grew up here. Her dad's our food and beverage director, and she's been part of the group for a long, long time.
Today's event, the 36th Annual Enduro, is a benefit that is really near and dear to my heart. Thanks to our food and beverage. Folks, raise your glass for an awesome dinner tonight. I think this is one of the best community events that we have in Summit County. Young Nora, who we're celebrating here tonight with Brett and Chelsea, it's a celebration not only of the Pallavicini chairlift that we all physically hold so near and dear, but it's a celebration of all of our family and friends. Sometimes there are people in our community that have a need, and it seems like everybody steps up. Everybody comes here. I mean, there's past recipients of the Enduro here back to pay it forward. So thanks again, everybody, for being here.
I'd say the A-Basin community means to me, like the number one thing is family. My whole family's always here. I got married here. It's home. It feels like my home.
I think technically my first Enduro was in utero. I think the next time I do the Enduro, I really want to do it with my mom. She'll be 70 soon, so I think it'd be really cool to do it with her. We're kind of like the next generation, I feel, up here of the Enduro.
I skied 5 of them with my son, Justin. The first one I did with him, I remember him, just collapsing into me on the last run and laying his head down, and that was really cool.
I don't think people completely understand how important and amazing this community is. I kept saying to Nora this morning, like, you don't even know yet, girl, but like, you're so special. Like, this is so special for you and for us. Although all these surgeries and things are hard, it's like, it only is gonna benefit her in the long run, and we want her to have like the most fulfilling life.
Every year, somebody's hit a bump in the road, having a bad day, and this community comes through for them.